Darren Lacy here with my review for Black Panther. Got to go to a free screening last night and got to check the film out, and I gotta say, it's pretty freaking good. Yeah, Black Panther is Marvel's 18th film in the MCU. 18! There's been 18 of these things. It stars Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Diana Guerrera, Martin Freeman, Daniel Kaluuya, Oscar-nominated Daniel Kaluuya, Letitia Wright, Winston Duke, Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, and Andy Serkis, and is directed by Ryan Coogler. The film is great, an exploration into Wakanda that proves that Marvel still has a lot of places to go, even here on Earth. Wakanda is alien and wondrous, with so many neat little gadgets laid out across the land. It truly feels like something new and unique. The performances are great as well, with everyone getting their time to shine in the spotlight. Chadwick Boseman is powerful as T'Challa, who now takes over as ruler of Wakanda. He lands his comedic beats, but he truly shines when he's laying down the law as king, or being the most reasonable voice in the room. T'Challa really does a good job of, and Chadwick Boseman does a really good job of walking that line of, just fierce ruler but also kind king. He really is a guy trying to do the right thing. Michael B. Jordan is one of Marvel's finest villains. He's funny, he's charming, and you really can't help but feel for the guy once you learn his background. He also helps provide the film some of its great political and social undertones. This is a movie that's not afraid to be political. This is not a film that really does have something to say about current events and topics that, this never really get old and that need to be talked about. Lupita Nyong'o is great as Nikita, T'Challa's longtime friend and Wakandan spy that wants to expand Wakanda's worldview. Diana Guerrera is fierce as Okiri. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. General to the Dormajai, and T'Challa's right-hand woman. She gets a lot of standout action scenes throughout the film, and she's great. Her and Nikita's partnership and their back and forth and their conflicts are one of the great through lines in the film. Martin Freeman is back as Everett Ross, and I'm so glad that he is, because we've really been in need of another Coulson-type character, and he's happily given a lot to do in this film. And also comes to act as sort of the audience's eyes into Wakanda, taking in all of its wonders and the technology. Letitia Wright is an instant MCU classic with her performance as Shuri. She's funny, she's smart as hell, and her teasing of her big brother T'Challa is some of the greatest moments in the film. She adds a new angle to the MCU because I don't think any Marvel hero has a sibling. Well, actually, a sibling that they get along with. Winston Duke is a scene stealer and is given a hell of a lot more than I thought he would honestly have in this film, and he's absolutely solid as M'Baku, and I really want to see more of him in the future of the MCU. Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out fame is in the film as well, and is given a great and personally unexpected arc that provides film with a lot of emotional twists and turns. The same could be said for Forrest Whitaker's character as well. Andy Serkis is back and awesome as Claw. He seems to be having the time of his life playing this character. And anytime you get to see a non-performance capture performance from Andy Serkis is a joy in my book. I'm not saying he doesn't do a great job as characters like Snoke and Caesar, but I just like he's a great actor himself. When he's just using, his natural talents as an actor. So whenever we get to see that, it's a joy for me. I'm really happy to see that the last 3 Marvel films and the studio as a whole is really taking advantage of its ensemble. I've always felt like Marvel has really had a problem with that in the past, having these great actors in their ensemble in their solo films, but not really taking advantage of each actor. You have actors like Michael Stuhlbarg in Doctor Strange, and he's just there. He's just there for a gag. But in the last 3 films, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man Homecoming, in Black Panther, here we are with Black Panther, I really feel like they've really taken advantage of each and every actor, still having the main character in the forefront doing his thing. We're not to her yet, but Captain Marvel's coming. But our main characters can still do their thing, but you have all the ensemble. You still have the ensemble still bringing it home, having their moments, still getting their time to shine in the sun, and them being memorable. A lot of these characters from Black Panther are extremely memorable and stand out from T'Challa. T'Challa is still awesome, but we still have Shuri, we still have Nikita, we have Okari, we have all these great characters. And the same goes for Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man, and so on. So yeah, I'm just glad that Marvel really has stepped up in that department. Coogler's direction and Rachel Morrison's cinematography go hand in hand as the filmmakers guide us through the lush and technological landscapes of Wakanda, as well as give us a quick trip to South Korea and one of my favorite action scenes in the film. It's your classic Bond casino setup that leads to a fantastic car chase throughout South Korea. Black Panther is holding onto the roof of a car that Shuri is remote-controlled driving, and that's an understatement. When you see the movie, you understand what that means, but it's remote control, but super advanced remote control. And then you have Nikita and Okai, I feel like I'm saying her name wrong, sorry, in another car chasing down another dude, and it all blends together, and it's just great. It feels real, it has weight to it, and I love this sequence because it shows off everybody, and T'Challa, like, what they do to his suit, he gets a bit of an upgrade. I'm not going to say it, but he gets an upgrade, and it's just how he uses it is great, and how he maneuvers the car with his claws is great. It's just great. It's a great scene, and please see it in IMAX if you get a chance, because when he flips onto the car, the screen just widens up, and we just enter this amazing chase scene. So I love it. Overall, the action is great. It doesn't always stick the landing, but when it does, it's fast-paced, it's high-flying, and brutal. I'm really happy to see Marvel did not nerf T'Challa following his appearance in Civil War. He's still as fast and strong as he was in that film. It's just, a few more obstacles are thrown his way. My only real negatives with Black Panther were toward the end. The CGI from the final set piece took me out of it a little bit. The digital landscape they created wasn't that appealing and came off a little video game-ish. And while the villain is great, Marvel might need to stop bringing back the "I was wronged in the past and now I'm pissed" trope. It's just starting to feel a little familiar going film from film and villain to villain. But overall, Black Panther is an emotional, sweeping superhero film that has something to say and really shows off that Marvel still has a lot to offer to the cinematic landscape. It's an event film that feels important, is important, and has a lot to say and says it well. Also, it's nice to see something this big rallying for representation on the big screen. And speaking of big screens, see this film in IMAX. They really take advantage of the format. The filmmakers really took advantage of the format. As I said before, the screen widens up in certain scenes. Like the first time you enter into Wakanda in IMAX, once they pierce through that shield, the screen just widens up, and it just looks beautiful. When with the final action scene, it's just all IMAX. And what else? Oh yeah, the South Korea sequence that I loved was all IMAX too. So yeah, I really liked how they took advantage of it, and I just can't wait. And it makes me even more excited for Infinity War because it's all going to be IMAX. Every single frame of that film is shot in IMAX, so I can't wait for that. So that was my Black Panther review. Please let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like hearing me talk about movies, please hit that subscribe button. I have a couple of MCU commentaries on my channel. Iron Man 1, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and Thor. Still getting the first Avenger, Iron Man 3, and The Avengers ready. So you can check that out soon. Also check out Till the Last Credit. It's a channel I co-run. I did a short Black Panther review over there. This is the extended one. So you've heard all my thoughts on that. And we're going to be doing, at Till the Last Credit, we're going to be doing a full spoiler review, giving all of our thoughts on the film, going in depth, and, just talking about more Black Panther, because this movie there's a lot to talk about with this movie. And, yeah, I can't wait to talk about it with the guys over there. So with all that being said, I'm Darren Jr. Hope you guys enjoyed this Black Panther review, and I'll catch you guys next time.